Hello, hello, and welcome to Creation Watch. Hello, my beauties and bees. Thank you for joining us, and let's scour creation together and see what the most wild theories for the origin of the world that we see come out of religion and I don't want to say fantasy, religion and mythology that people actually push as real. Though it's the Godless Granny is awesome, awesome. I see I have Terror Bird fans in the live chat, and I want to tell you guys I love Terror Birds so much. Force Rockets. When I had to we all had to write a short story. The story was the basis of the story had to be something along the lines of early American exploration, and I wrote a story about conquistadors finding a tribe in the jungle in the Amazon who had domesticated terror birds and drove the conquistadors away. It was my little short story. They domesticated them like steeds. It was really cool, and they lived in like Aztec temples. And I wanted all the details about how they incubated the eggs and how they picked their riders, and yeah, it was all kinds of cool stuff. There was little terror birds too that were the size of a dog. Yeah, I'm a weirdie. So Siriamas from South America, they are very terror bird like. I go to the St. Louis Zoo sometimes and just spend hours looking at them, thinking, I wonder if this thing was bigger, would it want to kick the crap out of me and pin me down and eat me? Maybe it would. Oh, I see Mark Reed's in the audience right now. Mark Reed was dunking on Matt Powell. Was that last night or the night before? My days blur together. It was the night before, I think. Anyway, going back to his conversation with Skylar Fiction way back, where he started talking about calling for the execution of gay people. And happy Pride Month, by the way, to everybody. If you didn't hear the announcement at the beginning of the show, I am going to my first prom tonight. I didn't go to prom when I was in high school. Obviously I'm too old to go to a high school prom now. I'm going to a pride prom, but it's the first prom I've ever gone to and the first prom I've ever been asked to. So I'm going and it's going to be fun. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to make myself have fun. You hear me? Fun. Raise the roof. Not scared. All right. Good times. All right. So on Creation Watch, we do tend to kick around the young earth creationist quite a bit. The young earth is something that our young earth theory is something I'm quite exposed to here in the region I live in. People that deny things like evolution and deep time, that sort of stuff. And I do focus on that a lot. And then secondarily to that, I probably focus on flat earth a lot. I've covered Islam. I've covered some of the different branches, like Mormonism and things like that. I have covered a little bit of Indian lore, but today I wanted to cover something kind of weird that I've stumbled upon.
Vanaras are one of the.
Hold on. So I want to take you guys along on this little journey with me, where we're going to learn about Hindu mythology. Let me see. Here we go. Yeah, we're going to learn about... Oh, I always blow it up too fast. We're going to learn... This is a channel called The Indian Monk. Indian Monk shares more than 4,000-year-old knowledge and wisdom, epics, and Vedic science. So we're doing Vedic science. You've heard of... creation science. This is Vedic science. Indian Monk is a small drop in an ocean of effort to spread the history of ancient India and Vedic culture. All of our videos are created using Adobe After Effects and Adobe Premiere Pro, and we hire professional voice artists to help create Indian Monk videos. If you enjoy the videos, if you're interested in this, that's fine. They're trying to spread, Vedic science. So when it comes to Vedic science, we're going to learn about the Vanara, Sina, and Ramaya Ramayan was in fact an army of Neanderthal men. So they're going to make a claim that the Vanara are Neanderthals. So buckle up. Vedic science coming at ya. We move right from Vegas aliens to a Neanderthal army of monkey
The
people.
significant characters in Ramayana. As per described in
Let's start from the
Ramayana,
beginning.
Vanaras are one of the significant characters in Ramayana. As per described in Ramayana, Vanaras are special species of humans that looked like monkeys. Ramayana never mentioned Vanaras as monkeys. These species were dominant in southern part of India and ruled.
And that's weird that they say that they never said they were monkeys, because their ruler or their god or whatever, the Veneran monkey god, Hanuman, he has a species of monkey named after him.
Ruled South India, including Thailand, Myanmar, Malaysia, Indonesia, etc. What does Vanaras mean? Vanaras is a Sanskrit word having two parts. Van means forest and Nara means human. So the literal meaning, humans who lived in forests.
But that's what the same meaning that orangutan has, right? Orangutan means forest people, and they live in that area you're talking about. Orangutans do. So were they talking about an army of orangutans? Seems more rational than Neanderthals.
Vanaras were definitely not monkeys, since monkey is called as Vanakapi or Markata in Sanskrit.
Hey,
Why finding
those,
Markata in Sanskrit?
Are those two fighting or
Why
doing
finding evidences of Neanderthal man is difficult in India? Archaeological and scientific evolutionary studies says Neanderthal was a species that inhabited Europe, Africa and Western Asia, starting some 230,000.
I don't know if they had much of a population in India or in that part of the Asian continent. I think they were north of the Himalayas and the Ural area and stuff. Thailand.
30,000 years ago. Neanderthal man had a hyoid bone which enabled them to speak and look like humans very closely. Though some evidences of Neanderthal man was found in Indus Valley civilizations. As Indians...
Now, let me lay down a theory here, and anybody who studies anthropology or paleoanthropology and wants to correct me if I'm wrong about this, I'm going to lay this down, that the deposition of subfossil Homo sapiens would indicate that the Indian subcontinent in Southeast Asia would have more likely been inhabited by Denisovan than by Neanderthal, because the deposition of Denisovan genetics in the Polynesian populations or Melanesian populations. Clarification pending.
Follow a very long cultural tradition of burning bodies after death, no matter if they were animals. Finding any solid evidences of ancient times is not so easy. Besides, bones in Indian peninsula decay in few thousands of years. This makes it even more difficult to find traces of Neanderthals man in India. Description mentioned in Ramayana matches with the anthropology.
Well, did Neanderthals just didn't, it doesn't, we don't know that Neanderthals thrived in that type of climate is the thing too, though. Let me see what we have here. Weren't Denisovans more Eastern? Yeah, the Denisovan genes are definitely more Eastern, but they're also, I believe, their ancestry is found spread all over Southeast Asia in some increment, in different populations. Let's see. I think Denisovans have only been found in one place, but we probably don't really know if they where other places not sure. DNA genetic evidence suggests otherwise or not. Yeah, so that's what I'm leaning on here, is that that in Melanesian populations that there's Denisovan DNA. Denisovan is in India. That's what I was thinking too, but let me see. I'm gonna fact check. You guys are gonna see me live fact check myself. Ancient Indian DNA has shown that there are traces of genes of Neanderthal, who lived mostly in Europe, and Denisovan, who lived mostly in Southeast Asia. So there's like an admix there in India. Interesting. So, yeah, she's not wrong to say that there could have been Neanderthals in the region. Let's continue on.
Modern day descriptions of Neanderthals except the features of tail. Both Vanaras and Neanderthals
Except the feature of tail. That seems kind of important, though. Tails are significant in the description of the Vanara, as far as I'm familiar. I've been, only studied it tertiarily when because I like world building and creating fictional fantasy races, and anytime that you start studying in different types of races that people use in their world building, you can't help but run into the Vanara. They're everywhere.
had sloping foreheads, hairy bodies, protruding jawbones, etc.
Wouldn't trying to make a realist claim about this? Wouldn't the Hobbit people have been a better explanation to say, oh, it was the Floriensis people, the Homo Floriensis. That would be because there's the land that they showed that the Vanara live in. Where was that map at? There it was. Like this region. Sumatra and Borneo have orangutan. There's Flores. Flores, that's where our hobbits lived. Like for real. And yeah, these islands could have once been, sure, I'm down for that. Where were we? We were right here.
Both Vanaras and Neanderthal had sloping foreheads, hairy bodies, protruding jawbones, etc. The reason why modern day anthropologists didn't find a tail was because the tail of Vanaras was boneless and hence decomposed within few years.
So why was their tail boneless? That's weird. It was like hanging like a limp noodle. I don't think that human ancestry's tail had that. Even when we have atavisms, right? Even when we have atavisms, the tail has bone in it, right? Am I mistaken?
If you read the description of Vanara kingdom, Kishikinda, then you will find that it clearly
Did that tail I just showed you make you lose your appetite for the sandwich? Sorry.
resembles a network of connected underground mountain caves. This is what the modern day anthropologists say about Neanderthals men who lived in caves. Obviously, Vanaras were physically different than Manvas, that is humans, but
I definitely don't dismiss that the legend of the Vanara is based on encounters in ancient history with humans. I don't think that we have other humans with tails to. The reason I think the Vanara were the macaques were based on macaques is because of the tail, which is kind of ironic because macaques are known for their lack of a tail. But I don't see how you can dismiss the tail when you're talking about these being sightings of other hominids. There's no hominids with tails. We lost our tails way before. We're looking way, way, way back, like Oreopithecus, proconsul, like Barbary ape macaques.
Definitely, they were not monkeys.
No.
Actually,
Yeah.
the problem with most anthropologists and historians is that since Vanaras don't exist today, they are trying to imagine Vanaras in terms of something or somebody they know or have seen, and hence compare them with Homo erectus and Neanderthals men. Maybe they were a different species altogether. Evidences from Ramayana that Vanaras were Neanderthals men. According to Ramayana, Vanaras existed all around in the world, but were dominant in Kishikinda kingdom, near Hampi in Karnataka. The head of Vanara's king, Sugriva, summoned Vanaras from all over the world to join the Lord Rama army in South India. When Rama decided to attack Lanka, Vanaras came from regions like Himalayas, Vindhyas, Madhya Pradesh, Meru in Tibet.
Kind of funny they're talking about from like the Himalayas and stuff. It's like maybe Vanara were Yetis and wild men, like Orangopindic, Yetis, Sasquatches from across the sea. Like they summoned them all to his army. And then what's left is what we get in the world,
etc. Valmiki also explicitly
Now I'm world building on purpose. I'm sorry, guys. It's just, the Monkey Man army is what Joseph Stalin was after. Why didn't he read the Vedic text? He could have figured it out.
stated that Vanaras came from far off places where the sun always shines or is always set, that is, polar regions. Since no evidence of Vanaras are found anywhere in the world, Valmiki clearly stated that Vanaras had traits of monkeys. He referred to members of Vanara's army as Kapi Kunjara, which in Sanskrit means elephant-sized monkeys. He also said that Vanaras were not like normal small monkeys, but
Elephant-sized monkeys? That's wild. Could you imagine?
a different species of monkey, having a strong physique and traits of monkeys like Neanderthal man. He also used terms like Nityam, Asthira, Chitta, means one whose mind changes frequently, and Kapitam, Anavastitam, which means one who cannot stay in one place for a moment. Both these qualities.
I don't think the Vanara were bears, though, Mr. Lizard. Yeti, I do think Yeti is a bear. Some evidence of Yeti is a bear. Some evidence of Yeti is ox too, depending on what you're looking at. And I imagine a lot of them are human as well.
Show traits of a monkey. Ramayana also says about bear-like man, Yetis. In Ramayana, there is a mention of a bear-like man named Jamavant, which is similar
Speak
to
of the
Yetis
bear, and
in
he
other
appears.
parts of the world. Yetis are also known as snowmen, said to be found in icy regions of world. There are many stories based on such characters, though no fossils have been found to prove their presence. In
Yeah, things have been found of the Yeti to prove their presence, and they were proven to be fake.
Sanskrit, bear is called as Bhaluka, and hence Jamavant was definitely not bear, but resembled very closely to bears, just like Vanaras resemble monkeys. Evidences from Mahabharata that
So, to believe in Vanara, you have to believe in Yeti. This is getting interesting. Deep dive. Bear-like man is a category on Grindr, I think. You can be in groups. Tribes is what they call them on Grindr. I'm in a tribe on Grindr. I'm a unicorn.
Vanaras were Neanderthals men. In Mahabharata also, when Lord Krishna met Jamavant from Ramayana, Lord Krishna says that Jamavant is one of the last surviving creatures of its kind. Lord Krishna also says that since his species have vanished, he is not welcomed in society anymore. Jamavant was blessed with long life by Lord Rama. Lord Hanuman was also blessed with immortality by
Hanuman,
Lord.
there he is. There's Hanuman. He's the monkey god, right? Everybody knows Hanuman, the monkey god, the Indian monkey god, the god of the Vanara. Now, how are you saying Vanara aren't monkeys, but he's a monkey? Because he's definitely depicted as a monkey in all art. Hanuman is depicted as a monkey,
Lord
right?
Krishna. Thus, he was also the last among the Vanaras. Mahabharata, history of 3rd millennium, 3076 BC, validates the fact that Vanaras and Yetis, like species, have become extinct. Also, it confirms the existence of Lord Rama and all species mentioned in Ramayana. If sage Vyasa intended to write a fictional story of war between Pandavas and Kauravas, why would he mention about Jamavant? This shows that Ramayana is a very ancient history of India, which made its ways to other civilizations in America, Asia, and Europe, etc. Ramayana and Mahabharata are Indian history, not mythology. Ramayana and Mahabharata.
All right, there's a bold, bold claim. Because the things about the Vanara that make them Vanara, like their tail and their monkeyness, their monkey are lacking in Neanderthal. If you stuck with them being Yetis, and then I could see it, even though they don't have the tail. Because you mentioned Yeti a lot in here, which I'm down for. I'm all about Yeti. That's more for CrypticCorner than Creation Watch, but you're talking about proving your mythology is real with the Ramayana. Okay, so let's see here. Krishna explains humans can be God, and monkeys can be too. Rama shows gods can be human.
Are referred to as itihasas, history in ancient historical records, not stories. Even 18 Puranas, which means story of ancient times, confirms the details mentioned in Mahabharata and Ramayana. Valmiki or sage Vyasa never said they were writing stories. There is no need to detail out geographical locations as
You can write stories with geographical locations without it being real, though, sweetie. You can actually write whole works of fiction without it being real, and base them in real places. I do it when I'm bored. Sometimes I'll write little short stories and stuff, just being goofy. I've been again playing with ChatGPT and having it write me short stories. They're funny. So yeah, people like writing stories with real people and real places and real things, and even based around real events. They add depth to your narrative.
Astronomical data and chronological orders, etc., in fictional stories. Ancient Indians never had the tradition of writing stories since they were never short of real-life heroes. There is no contradiction in Ramayana and Mahabharata. Some of the Western authors declared Ramayana as having contradiction. Just because Valmiki in one place referred Vanaras as monkeys and other place as human-like monkeys, it doesn't contradict anything. Mercury is both an element as well as planet.
Yeah, but they have the same root name, though. Mercury, the element, and Mercury, the planet, they're still rooted in the same word. They're named after the same god, right? Quicksilver. That was the element of the speedster god, and that's the planet that moves around the sun the fastest. Yeah, they have the same root, the same origin for the word. So I don't know. That's a good example. Now, if I'm not gonna quibble over that the Vanara couldn't be based on some ancient species of human, or even a different group of people, right? A different, just fully human people that live differently. Maybe that's what it was based on. Who knows? But that is whether there was a real group that they were based on doesn't confirm the supernatural aspects of your theology.
It has dual meaning, and hence its symbolism depends upon the situation. Why modern science doesn't believe in Ramayana and Mahabharata? Science cannot approve the historicity of Ramayana since it says about talking conscious vultures, monkeys, etc., all of which shows a reverse evolution. That is, ancient humans were more advanced and conscious than present humans.
But it's much cooler than other mythologies that I'm familiar with. The neighbors across the street are mowing, because we get like battle monkeys and stuff. If the Bible seriously lacks battle monkeys or anything cool like that, I think they have they also have lizard people, which we talked about with Praveen Mohan a couple months ago. They talked about the lizard people in their mythology. So their mythology is like super lit. They have Ganesh, the elephant guy. Lots of cool creatures roaming around. Hey, godless scummer, good to see ya.
Also, Indian scriptures state the degrading level of yugas, and hence humans in Kali Yuga, present age, are spiritually and consciously less advanced. This is the fact scientists are finding.
They do believe in a deep time, though. That's cool. I'm glad they're here for some deep time. That's what I know, Tsunami, right? Riding tigers with elephant heads and lizard people. Yes, there were lizard people. It's been a couple of weeks ago. I actually got it edited and coming out soon. Just a second, I'll give you a date on it when it releases. It might already be out, actually. Let me see. Did I already release that one? I'm freaking my Mike Mantis out. Sorry. Mikey thought he was well hidden. Where's our monkey god? Where is your monkey god now? It's Creation Watch, I believe. Doop-a-doo. See, I schedule all my stuff way out. And then I can't find it. Like that does me any good, right? I don't know, I will link it. But yeah, we covered lizard people.
Finding hard to digest, as they believe they are superior and more advanced than all preceding humans. Problem with most scientists is that they try to fit everything into the current set of theories, and if they find anything which doesn't fit in current scenario, they discard it. In 1st century AD, Earth was regarded as the center of the static universe, but today, universe having no center is said to be over-expanding. People usually say, we follow a blind faith or religion, but there are many scientific theories that are totally crap and were believed as true few centuries ago. Believe in science, but comprehend the fact that everything written in scientific books are not proven science.
There it is. There's the Lizard Man video.
Everywhere in the world.
That's the where he goes through like the temple and looks at the carvings and stuff and makes all kinds of wild claims about them. It's really a good time. So go check that video out. When's it premiere? Premieres. It's still a ways away. It's the 28th is when that premieres. So keep your eye out for that. Yeah, it'll be after this one though. Anyway.
Evidences of Vedic culture are found in places as far as Russia, Europe, and America. Recently, 1500-year-old Vishnu idol was excavated in Russia. Historian wrongly claims that Vedic culture existed only in India. Geography in Vedic texts covered entire...
Because once upon a time we were all Indian, right? We all worshiped the Indian gods all over the world. It's been covered up. Been hidden from us. The truth about the Monkey Man Army. Monkey Man armies prove that that there were Native Americans worshiping Rama, Krishna.
Entire Earth and not just India. In a Vedic text, Arctic region is called as Elavrata Varsha, but today nobody knows Arctic region by that name. All the European languages have linguistic roots in Sanskrit. Other Western authors tried their best to show.
Now that's kind of, having the languages rooted in that, yeah. So sort of, like far, far Western India is part of the cradle of human life, and their cities did, or their culture and civilization did contribute a lot to the early development of human cultures. But yeah, there were other ancient cultures as well, all over the like the belt from the Mediterranean to Southeast Asia. There's this belt that humans thrive in. The climate's just right for us, or something.
Misrepresenting facts and false theories like Aryan invasion theory, but ultimately the truth...
Yeah, the Aryan invasion theory is BS. I totally agree with you there.
...came out, and Vedic civilization has been proved native to India. No other texts except Indian ancient texts talks about history beyond 10,000 BC.
And it just cuts off really sharp like that. Isn't that wild? What if Neanderthals didn't go extinct? That's a different channel, though. All right, so that was the Indian monk. She's got a lot of videos on a lot of different cool topics about making claims like about the planets and all this good stuff. If you enjoyed this, I need to know if you enjoyed covering this in Creation Watch, because I enjoy getting away from Christianity for just a little bit, getting away from the Abrahamic faith for just a little bit. So this was a nice reprieve, and we got a monkey people army. I couldn't ask for more. So this was Creation Watch. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Join us again on Friday night for Cryptic Corner, and then back here again on Saturday morning for the Live from the Hive, where you can interact with this fabulous audience over here live in your own home. Now, please remember to be kind, take care, and we'll see you next time.